Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, October 8th, 2018. So I have a new phone with a new camera, so I'm using that because I think it's going to be better. Anyway, lots of good messages this morning. We're going to start with Rosemary. Ooh, already releasing. Rosemary is our essential oil of the week, the oil of knowledge and transition. I'm putting it on my wrists, and really it helps us to release grief and the struggle with change. And that is a big theme of our week this week. So rosemary helps with transition. Put it on your wrists. And hey, Joanne, and make sure that you smell it. Let it go right into your brain. It opens up adaptability, clarity, new possibility. Hey, Charlotte. It also eases transition, invites trust in a higher power, and brings confidence in times of change. So, hey, MJ. Great to have all you people on this call right now. So that is what Rosemary is helping to bring and helping us to handle better this week, transition. Hey, Rhonda. So this is this whole Venus retrograde, 6-week time period. Hey, Michelle. And so I'm loving that we have Rosemary for our support and help because, yeah, it already has felt this weekend for some was really intense, and I've gotten some feedback to that truth for them that, you know, relationships, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but our relationships are definitely getting an overhaul in these next 6 weeks. Hey, Frank. So Rosemary is going to help us with all of these transitions. It invites us to come from a higher power and brings confidence to us during this time. So our crystal of the week is citrine. I have this is the one crystal that I have literally 3 or 4 of. And this comes in a lot. I love this crystal. It stimulates creative thinking and inspiration. And right now, as our relationships are kind of on show, percolating to the top of our field and energetics for these 6 weeks, it's really great to have some creative thinking involved and to really it will help us to move through some of these sticky situations if we have some more creative ideas in terms of how to handle things. It frees the mind also of limitations. Don't we all want that? Freeing the mind of limitations. So citrine is a great one to go to your local rock shop, grab, and stick it in your pocket. Take it out in 6 weeks. Anyway, it also brings abundance and prosperity, and that is another theme that came up in lots of our cards today. So let's talk about this Venus retrograde. You can read all about it online. You know, there's all kinds of information out there about it, but it's until November 16th. It went retrograde on Friday into Saturday. It's going to be about 6 weeks or 40 days. And it's really bringing us to helping us practice what love really is. So that's kind of deep. That's a good thing to meditate on. What really is love? What is our own self-worth, value, and abundance to ourselves first? So our first relationship really needs to be to ourselves first. And then we are better equipped to move it out from there to everyone else. So what do we want? What do we need? And what do we want to receive from our relationships? So this is a beautiful time to really allow ourselves to sink into that place of what it is that we're creating in terms of our relationships. So this is a time to reinforce our sense of self-value and self-worth. Hey, Pamela, yeah, what love really is. I know, that's like, it is such a deep, I don't know, it cuts me right to the core. I can really feel it. So that's a great thing to meditate on. And then how are we going to live that in these next 6 weeks, but of course, and beyond? This is a time to overhaul how we think of ourselves and how we allow others into our lives. So the Venus energy invokes our feminine wisdom and intuition. And you know that's one of my themes of the moment is really developing the divine feminine, which is in all of us. And then helping also to develop the divine masculine. Our relationships are the divine feminine and masculine within ourselves and then in the world at large. And as we can see what has been going on in our world is that that really is coming into question. So this is the perfect timing for it. We've all been pushed to an edge. For many people, it's been an overwhelming edge. Hopefully this will, help us all to ground into the blessing of this situation, of what's happening in especially the United States, but around the world in terms of the imbalance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So this gives us an opportunity. So we get to shake up our old relationship paradigms. Doesn't it really feel like that's what's happening? It's all getting shaken up. And this idea of putting others first is starting to die, which in my humble opinion needs to happen. When we do that, we are not putting the divine first. We are allowing these external factors to affect us. So this is shaking up our relationships, but also helping us and reminding us to put ourselves and our own divine natures, God spark that's in all of us, that needs to be first. That actually then serves everyone around us. So it's the time of creating healthy relationships. It's easier to weed out toxic connections during this time period. Who will you allow into your inner circle? It's really a time of soul renewal and of coming clean. So yeah, thanks MJ, yeah. Okay, so for some support around all of this, because it can be an intense time and an exciting time, but the kangaroo came through as one of our cards of the day. Oops. So the kangaroo is all about gratitude and nurturing, generosity, abundance, and family. So what also came through, which I thought was really funny, is that it's Canadian Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to all of our Canadians out there. I love you guys so much, and it's been so beautiful seeing all of your posts. It gives us down here in America a kind of a precursor to our own Thanksgiving that'll be coming up in a little bit, right after Venus goes direct again. So anyway, we want to wish all of you a super happy Thanksgiving. Good morning, Liza. So that's really what I think that's about, was all of us globally wishing our Canadians a happy Thanksgiving. And that reminder to be grateful for all of these messages that are coming forth, and the shaking up of our own relationship with ourselves and then with others. It really is a blessing. It shows us the way of our own truth, and it shows us the way of making this world a better place, for sure. Okay, next card up, express your feelings. So, this is about bringing your truth out kindly and compassionately and lovingly. So, as we start to figure out, wow, this certain relationship or aspects of it, I need to make some shifts and changes in order to feel good. We can do this in a kind and gentle way. This is not about fighting. This is not about anger. This is about finding a way in this transition period of love and light and abundance with that citrine. You know, it frees the mind of limitations, the citrine. So realize that there are ways of handling situations that are beautiful and kind and empathetic and also honest with yourself. So don't suppress your feelings during this time. You know, we are all energy, and the energy needs to flow. Good morning, Lonnie. So we don't want to suppress these emotions that are going to be bubbling up and that we're going to be having, but just remind yourself to breathe, remind yourself to hold yourself to this idea that you can express yourself lovingly and kindly. So that's what this card's about. All right, and our third card of the day is Starseed, which is one of my favorites. Backwards. It is about lighting yourself up. What relationships bring you joy and excitement, energy and optimism? Where and when and whom are you with when you are being celebrated and loved and enjoyed for being your true self? So that's what that card is about. It really is about us expressing our true selves and then bringing that community all around us where we are loved and respected and lit up from inside. And you know that feeling. We've all had that with different friends and family and our animals. They light us up from the inside out. And Winston decided to do most of my meditation with me. I will post that picture in a little bit on Insta and also on Facebook. But, you know, what lights us up and where are we? With whom are we during those times? So that starseed is a reminder of all of that. And so how can we most powerfully move into this space and place? Certainly over this week, but over the next 6 weeks of Venus retrograde. And the question is, what inspires me? So, which goes along with our starseed card as well. So, lots to ponder. I feel myself going more within during this time, and that's a very typical feeling of a retrograde, especially such a powerful one as this one. It only comes around every 18 months, and it is such a beautiful opportunity, and it also has some jagged edges to it. So I'm feeling like, wow, like last night I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't watch a movie. I couldn't watch a comedy. I had to meditate again. I had to read some inspirational books. I had to journal. I had to listen to calming music. So really feel into what is going to best serve you for this week and know that we are all together as a community and we're all helping each other. Yeah, so love seeing all of you here and all of your beautiful comments. And I look so forward to seeing you all in a week. Have a beautiful, beautiful, lit up, inspiring, expressful week. Love you guys.